say in the beginning, if really the problem is like with African people, it's just that we don't have the heart of our country. We look our own interest first. That's why like those European people, those people come here and then try to dominate us, because we haven't understand like our value, our own value, that we can be able to do our own things without them. That's why like they've been using that just to try to say, okay, you know what, before you do something, you need us. Before like we try to do something, we must be there to help you to do something, you know. That's why like that dominance has been like being like in such a huge impact.
What are the aspects that prove you that the Europeans have dominance? Which evidence do you have that the Europeans dominate Africans?
Like there's like some example I can give you. Like let's say like if some European countries, they come maybe to invest in your country, they come and they say, okay, we would like to build maybe a construction, something, build the road. They'll come with their conditions. They'll say like, okay, you know what, we want to build this, but before we build this, maybe we must use labor which is come from our country, than using your labor which is here, like, because we have labor, we have human capital which is here, but they'll tell you, okay, the one of the condition we want us to use our labor, we're gonna bring our labor to work here.
So why African government don't reject those conditions?
But you know, the thing is like, okay, because we don't have the power to stand and say, okay, you know what, we have the expertise. It's like we don't believe in us. Like it's like
my question is, if the conditions are unfair to us, why don't those governments say no? We will try a different company, maybe in India or China or Iran or North Korea or anywhere that they have the skill to manufacture that, because the world has it's like a market.
In my opinion, some of the leaders, maybe they are binding some of the interests, some of their commission, maybe they've agreed, because maybe the contract can be like now they sign the contract there, but there's some other contract that us we don't know what agreement they've done, you know, in the public that we don't know.
Don't know exactly.
Yeah.
Now, how would you term the relationship between European and African? Is it an equal relationship? I'm talking about human to human. Is it an equal relationship of human to human, or is it an unequal relationship? How would you term it? The relationship between European and Africans, because we have a relationship between European and Africans. We have a relationship between Pakistanis and Africans, Chinese and Africans. How would you term the relationship between
It's been always unequal. It's been also unequal between us and them.
So what show you that the relationship between European as a people, like people to people, right, is unequal? What are the things that show you?
The one problem, you know, basically that I'm saying, the problem is like it's become unequal because we've been unable to improve ourselves, to develop ourselves, our own skill. Because when it comes to product, let's say like if we want to, because everything that, because when they come here, let's say like in the mining sector.
Yeah. But that does not, I don't believe that really stand, because there's many companies in the world. China has mining companies, India has mining companies, Japan has mining companies, South Korea has mining companies. You understand? All those countries have mining companies. So if we have a free will, we could say, okay, because there's many players in the world, right? We're not gonna do with you. So the question is, you agree the relationship is unequal, right? But why is it ongoing? Because there's many people, we can say, okay, if you are not doing our way, right, in a fair way, we're going to try the Chinese, or we're going to try anything. Because first, do you agree that Africans are free? Because after that, it looks like something is really not right.
But the thing is, we must understand.
Yeah.
We African, we were already bound, because not now that European people, they've already, like you start by talking about domination. It started from the colonialism and until now. So there's some other things that Africa, they've been bound to that. We still are, maybe we still have like, let's say, if you say like, we still have owning them like some money and debt and things like that. So they are like kind of our old partner. So sometimes
so you think, do you know what is colonialism?
Of course.
What is colonialism?
colonialism is like when you come there and you impose.
That means it's a crime. If you go and impose people against their will.
But you say like we're free.
Now, my question, you say you know what you go and impose, but it means you're doing it against the will of people.
Of course.
So which means it's a crime. Which means it's a crime to impose your will against the will of the people.
Of course.
But how can you say maybe we owe them something? People who committed the crime, we cannot be owing them. It's them who owe us.
But that's what I'm telling you. You know, your question, that's why we're now going just around.
No. We're trying to get to a point because you said we trying to find out what is keeping us dominated. Because if we got free will, you understand? You say maybe we owe them or something. Colonialism is a crime. If colonialism was a crime, are you supposed to be happy with somebody who did the crime against you or your ancestors?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should not go left and right. The problem issue is like what I say like in the beginning is about our leaders. That's it.
Our leaders.
Yeah.
Now, do you think Africa has free will or Africa remain coerced by Europeans to do their will? And if Africans don't want to do their will, they're gonna cause problem for Africans. What do you think? Do we Africans have free will or they remain coerced? Let's say if an African leader does not want to do their will, then they're gonna cause.
No, we still have our free will.
Free will.
Yeah, we still have that free will. We can decide. If today we decide to say, okay, we have our own free will, we can do that. We are able to do that, and then we are able to develop ourselves for them. Yeah.
Will you support that we end European dominance totally, and we make them like Pakistanis are toward us? We know we have a relationship between Pakistanis and us, and Pakistanis don't have zero dominance over us, right? Will you support that we end European dominance so that it become like Pakistanis and us, that they have zero dominance? Will you support that?
Well, we can do that.
Now, my question to you, do you support that?
Yeah, we support that.
That we make them zero in our lives?
No, we can be like equal partner.
Meaning they become like Pakistanis and us, really?
So what do you mean like become Pakistanis?
What is the relationship between Pakistanis and Africans? It means we Pakistanis have zero influence in our lives. Zero. That means we make them the same. Zero influence in our lives. Will you support that?
Okay, your question. Okay, I don't know what you mean.
We talk about.
But I think like okay, Pakistani. Okay, if you talk about like kind of say having the same relationship like when we do trade together. Okay, we can do that. I'm
talking about in all spheres of life. Like that means in a human in all spheres of life. In culturally, socially, educationally, commercially, it means they become like Pakistanis.
Like because normal people that we take them like as normal people. That's what you mean.
I mean, how do we take the European right now? Not as normal people. We don't take them as normal people.
But I'm trying to understand your question.
Okay, good. Like, let me just explain to it. It means, okay, do you see any Pakistani influence over Africans?
No, like.
But do you see any European influence over Africans?
But you must know, Pakistani they're in the same condition. They are
my question is, have you seen Pakistanis have influence over us? You say no, right? But have you seen European have dominance over us? Influence, let's say influence. You say yes.
In terms of what now?
In terms of every spheres of life. Culturally, mentally, spiritually, economically, in all spheres of life. Do you see European dominance in all spheres of our life?
Yeah, it's still
but Pakistanis don't have that kind of influence.
But you must understand, start in the beginning, from the colonization.
But if colonization is over, you can then remove those things.
Even though it's over, it's still there. Like you have to talk like the reality. You must not like being dreaming. Like even though we say colonization is over, it's still there.
So will you say colonization is still ongoing?
It's still that in under influences. We still under that influence is there. Maybe like in the paper is gone, but we still there.
Okay.
Because since our ancestors, we still believing like the supernatural human being. It's still there. As public, we still consider like say we are enabled. They still like bigger than us. They still like more clever than us. There's still that thing. We still have that complexion.
Do you have that inferiority feeling? Do you personally have that?
We are going now. I get another question.
No. I'm asking questions. I said, do you have that inferiority complex you personally?
No, I don't have that.
Nah.
I don't have that. I'm telling about me. I don't have that.
Do we benefit from the relationship we have with Europeans? Is it beneficial to us or is it disadvantage to us? What you think?
It's disadvantage.
But now, if it's disadvantage, it means logically speaking, anybody who has free will is gonna want to end it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's easy than
I'm not talking about if it's easy. I'm saying it's gonna be willing to end it, isn't it?
Of course.
So let's say if we have a leader who has the will to end it, will you support that leader?
Yeah.
That means a leader who's gonna be wanting to make the relationship between Europe and us the same as Pakistan is us. That means zero dominance over us. In Austria, that means we end the colonialism. While it's not on the paper, but it's real on us, will you support that a leader end it totally? That means we make them like Pakistani and us, right?
I'll support that.
Very interesting. So you agree colonialism is ongoing, and then you support that we end it. So if colonialism is ongoing, it means our general condition is caused by European colonialism. Because they have dominance over, even mentally, we view them as superior generally, right? It means they own us, isn't it? Which means the real root cause of poverty is European colonialism.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah,
that means the real problem, the real root is the European colonialism. We have to end European colonialism totally so that we start benefiting from ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So that's what the video wanted to achieve, is to come to a conclusion where we agree that there is a problem, because there's a lot of ignorance among Africans, right? Yeah. So that's why I've been digging, taking so that we agree on what. So you support that we end it. Very interesting. Any closing argument you would like to make to our viewers?
But I think the conclusion is just like African people must believe in ourselves. You know, we are free will, we are intelligent, we have the capacity. We can build our country. We can do better things than them. We just need to believe in ourselves, and because we have everything. The only problem, like, we must be able not to produce ourselves, to make value in our product. The time we will start doing that, we'll come to the point that we'll start not to the point to deal with them in the same level of quality, because they're still having that things of imposing us, telling us what to do, because we don't have the proper industry, we don't have the proper manufacture that we can manufacture our things, that we don't even empower our people that skill that.
But that should not be the problem, because we could choose Chinese, for example. The problem is not them. The problem is
they've started already.
Yeah.
There are some African countries that have starting now partnering with other people.
But if there's colonialism, we're supposed to cut ties with them. Let's say if there's colonialism, we're supposed to cut ties with them. But one information I wanted to share with you. Do you understand that your brain functions with informations?
Of course.
I mean, your brain functions only with informations. And your brain is what makes you.
Yeah.
But if